Chicago Sky fans, y'all need to be very, very careful in this moment. You need to be very, very careful. It looks like Angel Reese wants out, y'all. Angel Reese seems to be looking for a way out of the dumpster fire that is the Chicago Sky. And I got to be honest with you, I don't blame her.
The Chicago Sky organization is in complete disarray, and first-year head coach Tyler Marsh, ought in for his championship experience from Las Vegas, has finally hit his breaking point.
A lot of people are, calling out Angel Reese right now, and I think we are in a world where, when it comes to Angel Reese, everything is under a microscope, and I think there are a lot of people that want to look at everything as a negative when it comes to her. Just like at the same time, it's the same thing with all these players. Like, everything stars do is going to be under a microscope. So, for me anyway, this isn't the most serious thing in the world. But a lot of people were pointing out that Angel Reese did not show up the game.
With his team floundering at a dismal 8-23 record, NE of the worst in franchise history, ND rumors swirling that star player Angel Reese has mentally checked out. Tyler Marsh unleashed a blistering critique not only of his team's lack of effort, but of a toxic culture that, in his words, has rotted this once proud organization from within.
Take on Angel Reese that I'm sure will trigger a bunch of people.
Let's hear your take.
But I think Angel Reese, and I'm saying this with my chest out, I think she's quit.
Man, as much as I want to disagree with Jason, man, but I gotta admit, I think you're right. And I want to disagree with him so bad.
Tyler Marsh entered what he believed was a promising rebuild after helping the Las Vegas Aces win back-to-back titles in 2022 and 2023, signing a multi-year deal to develop young stars like Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso NLY, to find himself mired in a roster disaster, a toxic locker room culture left by the previous regime, and a franchise player seemingly unwilling to face adversity.
What's up with Angel Reese, man? There's a pattern with this whole injury thing. Okay, first of all, she has a back injury and she's been gone for quite some time. But the report says is day to day. It's been more than a week. Okay, day to day is literally day to day. So, okay, sometimes it feels good, sometimes it's a little worse. Okay, let's just monitor it. But it should be good enough to play at any moment. That's what day to day is.
The breaking point came during Marsh's post-game press conference after a humiliating 38-point blowout to the Seattle Storm, where rest on his team's lack of effort, discipline, and growing speculation around Angel Reese's mysterious back injury and absence. He abandoned diplomacy and delivered a brutally honest takedown that sliced through organizational politics like a knife.
Three of our starters are out, and so yes, it's got something to do with that. But like I spoke last game, it's your will and ability to compete. It's something that you always have the ability to do, no matter who's on the roster, no matter who's suiting up. I think that we showed that today. I was very proud, very, very proud of our effort today. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We had 8 players going into it. One we just signed 7 days ago. So it's tough to get everyone up to speed at the same time. But we came into today with the message of commit and compete. That's been our motto all year.
We have to be better or locked in, more focused, and execute the game plan much better, Marsh said, his voice heavy with the frustration of a man watching his professional reputation unravel in real time. There just has to be a will to win ND right now. We don't have that on a consistent basis.
20 turnovers and giving up 25 points off these turnovers.
Yeah, it's never an excuse. The proof is in the details of what's been the difference in our wins and losses, and a lot of it turns into the ability to take care of the ball. And so it's never an excuse. Teams bring pressure. You got to handle the pressure. And so our locker room is full of professional basketball players. They understand the importance of it. It's just a matter of doing it.
If you're enjoying this, please subscribe. The elephant in the room is, of course, Angel Reese. He player once seen as the franchise cornerstone hoe has been conspicuously absent since July 29th, officially sidelined with a vague back injury that lacks a clear cause or timeline and comes with suspiciously convenient timing. Not only has she missed games, but she's also been completely absent from team activities, opting not to travel for key matchups like the recent game against Indiana. And while Marsh offered the kind of carefully worded support coaches use when contractually barred from criticizing star players, calling her a competitor, fighter, and winner, his tone revealed the frustration of a coach fed up with the lack of accountability.
Gonna be honest, we've seen everybody else that's injured, we've seen their injury, and we have also had updates
and heard stuff about their injury. We seen Caitlyn injury. We seen Nafisa injury. We seen Breonna Stewart injury. We seen Ryan Howard injury. We seen Jordan Canada injury. We seen Kate Martin like last night get injured. Like, we've seen a lot of these injuries. We've seen Eric McDonald. We've seen Sydney Colson. We've seen and we've gotten updates. We didn't see Angel injury. We haven't heard no updates or anything.
Translation: Angel Reese appears healthy enough for social media posts and public appearances, but not healthy enough to support her team during its toughest stretch. Glaring contradiction for a player who cryptically posted, "In due time," as the team spiraled, was reportedly involved in the locker room tension that preceded Kennedy Carter's departure, and, most damningly, has remained absent from the bench throughout an 8-game losing streak that crushed any playoff hopes, all while isolating herself for rehab despite logging 32 minutes in her last game on July 29th, raising serious questions about the severity ND timing of her back injury.
Making her money and stat padding, but she can't handle losing. I should have known. It's the same pattern with her. Last year she had a wrist problem. This year she got a back problem. Next year what it's gonna be? Lord knows what it's gonna be. But all her 5 million followers that badly voted for her to be on the WNBA All-Star team, please don't try to convince us that quitting is the way to go, because it is not. Quitting is unacceptable. She quit on Unrivaled because her team was losing. She quit on Maryland. You get me? And I'm pretty sure she would have quit on LSU if they wasn't stacked.
Perhaps the most revealing part of this entire saga is its connection to the Kennedy Carter fallout. Chicago's leading scorer in 2024 with 17.5 points per game, Ho was abruptly released amid reports of locker room drama and behavioral issues, only to later post a cryptic jab about consistently making layups. A pointed reference to Angel Reese's dismal 42.4% layup percentage, one of the worst in the league. What was framed as a move to clean up the culture now looks more like scapegoating, as it's become increasingly clear that Carter wasn't the problem but the symptom of a deeper issue. Franchise player who seemingly felt threatened by a teammate's success and helped push out the team's top offensive weapon, leaving the Sky, now without Carter and with Reese mysteriously absent, to spiral with 10 losses in 11 games and an anemic offense barely averaging 70 points. While Carter thrives in free agency and mocks the team that cast her aside, and Reese, the so-called cornerstone, has disappeared in their time of greatest need.
Reese is the problem, the Chicago Sky. And I've been telling you this since last year. You're not going to win a championship the way that they're playing right now. I don't care if they have Nafisa on the team, Breonna Stewart, or even Angel on the team. If you play your offense through Angel Reese, you're never going to win a championship. Never. Never. Her way of playing already proved that the Chicago Sky will never win that way. They changed coaches. They changed players. They even traded draft picks. 2 years in, there's no improvement. Actually, they got worse.
What makes Tyler Marsh's situation so maddening is that he's being set up to fail by factors entirely beyond his control, starting with a disastrous roster built by GM Jeff Pagliacca, who let Courtney Vandersloot go down early with a season-ending ACL injury, traded away veteran leadership, and surrounded a young core with aging veterans incapable of contributing at a championship level. Marsh inherited a team with no spacing, guards shooting career-low percentages due to a stagnant offensive system, and a defense supposedly anchored by Reese and Cardoso had instead ranks dead last, surrendering 89.5 points and 46.9% shooting per game, prompting Marsh to admit after yet another loss, "It's not about losing tees the way we're losing," as he emphasized discipline and fundamentals that simply can't stick when your supposed franchise player is off the court, off the bench, and online, posting cryptic messages instead of showing up for her teammates.
To be real, the management has been terrible. Jeff P, horrible. Tyler Marsh has been bad, but like I said, he doesn't have much talent on the team, so we don't know if he can actually coach or not. Now, why is people saying, is Angel Reese trying to force her way out of Chicago? Is she done with this organization already in just her second year? And it is a great question. I don't know if man, I think you got to move somebody. Cardoso, you have to get a influx of talent.
Jeff Pagliacca, the GM behind this disaster, has remained conspicuously silent as his so-called master plan unravels despite publicly promising high expectations and making bold moves like letting Kennedy Carter walk, neglecting to fix glaring spacing problems, and assembling a roster devoid of both veteran leadership and young talent ready to contribute immediately. Meanwhile, the Sky are paying players like Kia Nurse, Rachel Bannum, and Rebecca Allen significant salaries to occupy minutes that could foster future stars, all while sitting 5 games behind the worst playoff contender and lacking even their own 2026 first-round pick. Hitch belongs instead to the Minnesota Lynx, making this season not only historically bad but also a textbook example of organizational malpractice.
We got the Chicago Sky general manager, Jeff P, throwing Angel Reese under the bus? Jeff P said he's had enough of missed layups. Oh my God, Jeff P. Jeff P, when you start acting like this?